Joining me now for more on this is Senior Fellow and Chief Economist at the Institute of Public Affairs, Adam Creighton. Adam, we have lots of policies aimed at young people in this election, a lot of focus on first home buyers, but really nothing on this very crucial issue. And it speaks about so much. It speaks about all sorts of societal issues as well as economic issues.
Well, certainly one of the reasons why I think young couples are not having children is because of too high house prices. And yet the housing policies that have been proposed in this election will actually push up those prices even more. So far from having no policies on the issue, the policies are actually bad for the issue. It's, it is a glaring omission that there's nothing being said on either side of politics about this serious issue. 1.4 is seriously low, and I would say it's actually worse than that if you look at the native-born population. So often it's
they're talking about record lows,
yeah. So often it's migrant communities who have a lot of children. So the native-born communities are having even less than 1.4. And the problem in this country is we've just relied on immigration for so long, mass immigration. We had 1.2 million people come into this country in net terms in just 3 years from 2022 to now. And so no one's looking at this. So if we slow the immigration down, we're going to notice the birth rate effect much, much more. We could get creative like Hungary, for instance, where I think recently there's a law change there that if a woman has 4 kids, she never pays income tax again. So that's a creative solution that may or may not work, but we should note that governments around the world have tried throwing money at families to have children, and it's very, very hard. I mean, the Japanese government, case in point, the birth rate there is even lower, the population's shrinking very fast, and they spend a fortune on trying to get women to have children. Some of it is psychological. We've got so much climate change propaganda that some very misled young people are scared to have children. So that's another issue too.
Absolutely. I think it speaks about all sorts of issues in a country when people don't want to have kids. I think it's even deeper than just housing cost and cost of living pressures. And you're right about Hungary. They have instituted a raft of policies and they are working. They have seen their birth rate boost. And you don't have to have 4 kids. They're not that. You can have just 1 child as a woman and you'll get a 25% discount on your income tax rate that you're charged. And you have 2 kids, 50% discount. So there's a real incentive. But I think Australia, we just rely on immigration and we don't see this as a real issue because we'll just bring in more people.
Yeah, look, there's a crazy belief out there too that the world's population is spiralling out of control.
Wow.
Well, actually, as Elon Musk always points out, it's actually going to be spiralling out of control in a downward direction pretty soon. Because birth rates are falling everywhere. So
even China,
it's quite a scary, in China as well.
Instituted a one-child policy is now seeing the impact of that, and it's going to be devastating for them in the medium term.